Good morning, and welcome to Popeye and Pals. Hi, it's time for fun, excitement, and surprises. Popeye and Pals, brought to you in part by Popeye's famous fried chicken.
Today we're going to look at how much a Popeyes franchise costs to open, how much money you can earn, and how the company actually failed twice before becoming the billion-dollar behemoth you see today on Franchise City. Now, if you think Popeyes was named after Popeye, like the Sailor Man, you are wrong. Popeyes was actually named after Jimmy Popeye Doyle, who was an egg-eating, woman-loving cop played by Gene Hackman in the French Connection movie. That was way back in the 1970s. Now, Al Copeland, who was a shining example of 70s cool himself, founded the brand, which actually failed when it first started. Al's first restaurant was called Chicken on the Run and opened in Louisiana. Now, Al was going up against KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. They were doing incredibly well at the time. Now, Chicken on the Run failed, that first location closing in only 4 months. Now take notes, kids. Al didn't blame the world. He didn't curse the Colonel. He brushed himself off in only 4 days after his first restaurant closed. He opened a new restaurant called Popeyes Mighty Good Chicken. Now the franchising component of it started in 1976, and by 1985, Popeyes had 500 locations open. But surprisingly, they were not doing that well financially until the Biscuit. Biscuits were added back in 1983. They were a huge hit and at one time accounted for 25% of all of Popeye's restaurant sales. Now, the company started to do really well and buoyed up by the success. In 1989, Popeyes acquired Church's Chicken, which seriously overleveraged the company. Now, in 1991, Al's company that was called Copeland Enterprises had their second financial setback in his lifetime, and they filed for bankruptcy protection with $391 million in debt. Now, did Al Copeland throw in the towel? Absolutely not. He requested permission to restructure the company. That was approved, and the new company, America's Favorite Chicken Company, or AFC Enterprises, was formed. It went public with a $142 million IPO. Now, in 2004, the company was actually sold to Arc Capita, and in 2017, RBI Brands, you may have heard of them. They also own Burger King and Tim Hortons. They acquired Popeyes for $1.8 billion. Now, you see the lesson here, from a failed restaurant to a terrible bankruptcy to a billion-dollar company in a single human lifetime. Now, today, Popeyes has over 2,500 locations throughout the U.S., one of the most iconic franchise brands out there. But how much does a Popeyes franchise cost, and how much can you earn? Let's take a look. So there's actually 3 investment levels for a Popeyes franchise, and these are based on the type of restaurant that you buy. So you're going to invest between about $420 and $3.3 million for a new freestanding facility, between $380 and about $1.3 for a new inline facility, and between about $108 and $740 for a delivery facility. Now, an inline store, for those of you who don't know, it's in a strip mall situation. It's generally cheaper than a freestanding building, which is one of those buildings you see they're kind of built off on their own. Now, keep in mind, these investment amounts do not include your real estate. This is just your franchise fee, your equipment, and the build-out costs for the store. So after you invest, how much can you make with a Popeyes franchise? Now, to keep the video short, we're going to look only at the freestanding locations. Those are typically the most profitable. So this is the investment up to $3 million. So an average Popeyes freestanding location in 2020 grossed around $1.9 million average across the entire system. That puts them at the number 12 spot for earnings on the QSR 50. By the way, Chick-fil-A is in the number 1 spot. If you're interested in Chick-fil-A, I'll post a link at the end of this video. So is it a good investment? It depends. There's many factors: your market demand, your demographics, your budget, your operator skills and preferences, and a lot more. Now, if you need help finding a franchise, give us a call at Franchise City Broker Group. That link is above. Chick-fil-A, they earn $4 million a year and they only cost $10,000. What's up with that? That link is down below. Which franchises are the most profitable? I'll place that link right up here. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.